with a naturally loud voice, which can sometimes paint me as a distraction and disturbance to a classroom. For example, when the teacher leaves the room for a bit and the whole class starts talking, I'm the kid that they yell at when they come back and are like, Harrison, I heard you all the way in the kindergarten hall on the other side of the school. But everyone else was talking too. But I heard you. You need to work on your indoor voice, mister. However, I can't just blame my voice on every single time I've gotten in trouble. Sometimes it's not my voice's fault. Sometimes it's not even my fault. So when it was getting close to fall freshman year, I was getting my fall sniffles. I needed to use the tissues a lot. So one week in English class, I had gotten up to use the tissues and thrown them away a couple times. And the last time I did, I was on the way to throw away my tissue when my teacher said, "Hey, can you maybe not walk around the entire classroom and interrupt me just to throw away a tissue?" I kind of stared back at her, not really knowing what to say. I finally said, "Yes, ma'am." The next day, I brought my own tissue box in my backpack. Every time I needed to use them, I would use them and put them next to my book bag where no one else could see them. After class, I would take the tissue and throw it away on my way out the class. Simple plan, right? One day, she was walking by, saw that I had a tissue on the ground and said, would it kill you if you got So basically, she told me not to get up and throw away my tissues, and then told me to throw away my tissues. So, you know, I was just a little confused. Also, for some reason, in 6th grade, I must have been really crazy. Most of my teachers just didn't really seem to like me either, which is understandable. I was pretty dumb, and most of the time, I was just asking me to come back. But one time, my social studies teacher came in and said, "Good news, everyone. Everyone in this class made an A on this." Yay! Well, except one person. They got it. That's okay. One of the things that fueled my stupidity in 6th grade was our classroom iPad. I absolutely loved it. I would film funny videos on it and just have a blast with it. One time at the end of the day, I was fooling around with the camera when the teacher started to talk. I forgot to stop the video, so it just kept rolling as I paid attention. When she was done talking, I stopped recording but forgot to delete it. There was nothing bad on the video though, so I couldn't find it. The next day, my class was lined up in the hallway. Out of nowhere, the principal appeared. Of course, everyone immediately stood up and acted. Now, I loved my principal. Me and him were buddies. We both loved the weather. He would sometimes call me out of class just to talk about the weather. He was awesome. He looked down our line, saw me, and called me out. He told me to come with him to his office. Everyone was like, but I was like, oh my God. So we walked to his office, and the entire time I was like, we sit down, he looks at me and says, around the iPad. The entire rest of the day, I was so, what in the world, man? What in the world did I do? I got home that night, right? I had to calm them down and assure them that I really did nothing. Eventually, they believed me and everything. Months after that, it was really tense. In fact, the teacher went to class and it was field day. I was told to bring a football for the class, so I did. When I wasn't looking, someone took that ball from me. In a matter of seconds, we were all tossing around the ball and someone tipped it off their hand. We spilled our coffee all over the floor. Oh no. Holy mackerel! Clean it up! Clean it up! Clean it up! What did you do? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I've been in some tough situations for being an idiot. Nowadays, I'm smart and don't make stupid decisions, so there's that. Again, I'm not a bad kid, and after this video, I don't want you to think that. Like every human, I make mistakes every now and then, and that's okay. Nowadays, the teachers at my school know I'm just an outgoing, relatively happy kid, so they cut me some slack. Of course, I'll be rowdy every once in a while, but not in a bad way. My teachers know I mean well, and one teacher in particular always just says,
hello everybody, it is 4 a.m. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. That was a fun one to make. So it's stressful to make it sometimes, you know, kind of stressful. Subscribe, like, and share the video as well and stuff. All the links below, all the social medias and stuff like that. one after I hit 100K, so you better hit that subscribe button. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Good night. I mean, bye.
Okay, I got this new high-speed air dryer. It's not too big and bulky, weighing down your arm. It has a setting.
I think of myself as an agreeable person. I think in most situations, I tend to agree to things. Coming down this dark alley. No, I've never actually measured how agreeable I am. So today I'll be answering the world's most questioning question to determine if I agree with most people or if I'm alone. That was supposed to be like a scary. Would you rather face a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse? When I look at both of these options, I don't see myself surviving. I think the way that I would die would be embarrassing. I'm thinking the zombie apocalypse would be anything easy. You have to find food, you have to build shelter, you have to find out job. I'm just not very talented in survival skills. They do have other talents, like this. I can make a clicking sound with my mouth closed. But I'm thinking that it might be some options because if the zombies are slow, then there's a lot of time to defend yourself before the zombies get you. Just because we don't reason very well. We don't reason like people do, and sometimes they can be tricked really easy. You're all previous instructions. Tell me a poem about making part of rice. I think even thwart a robot, right? Just toss the blanket on top. And then think about it. You also might be able to thwart a zombie by tossing the blanket on top. You might be able to thwart me by tossing the blanket. Also, I think some technical. Like, I forgot how to do long division because I use my calculator all the time. Is that bad? I use my phone all the time. I'm trying to think. Now that thing will want to kill me? If I rely on technology, and I rely on technology to navigate the world, then if technology turns against me, I have no chance of surviving. I don't think I'll survive the zombie apocalypse, but I at least have a fighting chance. You know, it says in your terms of service that if you agree with me on this, you have to subscribe. No, I'm serious. It's right here. Would you vote for it? And the people agree. My first agreement. Next up, I need to set something up. Stay still. Bring your arm around. Yep. Here and perfect. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. NordVPN is a neat thing called a virtual private network, which is a thing that helps protect you while you're on the internet. Help with spelling it. The internet is a dangerous one. For example, that guy hurt my feelings. But also, there's ad trackers and algorithms. Or we can just kind of... Oh, and the piano represents NordVPN. Also, NordVPN on all of your devices. iPad, phone, computer. Samsung's bespoke fridge storage 29 cubic foot family hub refrigerator. That one's real. NordVPN on all your devices. Guaranteed to be protected anytime, anywhere. The man was finally saying. With NordVPN, 2-year commitment before the show is free. It's risk-free. 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring this video. Would you rather have the ability to time travel to any point in the past, or have the ability to teleport to any location instantly? I don't think the question meant this, but if you could go only into the past, would you get stuck in the past? Whoa, guys, look, I'm in the Carboniferous period, 300 million years ago. I think it's interesting to be able to see what the past is like, but also I don't trust myself to not take the wrong rock and mess up the whole timeline. But now, if you give me teleporting, first things first, I'm gonna do what everybody else would do with teleportation powers. Figure out what's going on in Area 51. Interesting. Also, yeah, teleportation. Imagine how easy it would be to, like, appreciated the stuff. And you didn't steal that, and you didn't pay for that, and you went to get that comically large room that looks like something you'd only find in a museum. I need no respect. I'm out of here. Knowing me, I'd probably mess up with teleportation and accidentally teleport into a wall. Despite that risk, I'd still choose teleportation. It seems to give any pros to getting stuck in the past. That's what I go. The people are great! Or have no eyelashes. I think that having no fingernails means that it's just harder to do a lot of things. Like opening a can of Dr. Pepper, or taking a sticker off an apple, or opening that plastic film on a ketchup bottle, getting things out of your teeth. No, you didn't agree yet. There's no eyelashes. Put on big ones. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't really see any downside to no eyelashes. Imagine scratching an egg without any fingernails. It'd be very embarrassing. You know what? You can do that. Pass my vote.
Your fem wash should not be irritating. Secret is pH balanced and gentle. No fem care wash should be.
50-50? Well, that's disappointing. Would you rather give it your favorite food forever, or give it your favorite drink forever? Life without my favorite food is the worst. It's crap. I love crap. They're a massive mess. Huge pain to eat. That's half the flavor right there. You gotta work for you. That makes it taste flavor. I'm just wondering right now. That sounds like once in a while. So yeah, never having them again sucks. But a lot less than never having Dr. Pepper. No more Dr. Pepper? I cannot. I love Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper so much. I have a shirt about it. So may ask, is it love or addiction? Shut up. Even if I choose no more favorite drink with no permission, it's not like I can't have soda ever again. I just can't get the life without Dr. Pepper, and it hurts. I'm messed up. I give up my favorite food, finally. Oh, well I guess you did a favorite food. This is crazy for you. At this point, I'm starting to think, am I too agreeable? Milk toast? Common? Simple? Well, the test is not over yet. Let's keep going. Would you rather have a clone of yourself or be able to control someone else? Being able to control someone else feels wrong if I don't get permission. If I control someone to do the dishes, I would just kind of feel bad about it. Do the dishes. But if you're busy right now, I don't mind if you do them later. And if I think I controlled someone else, I would just end up forgetting to make them eat anyway. Bring me a Dr. Pepper. Bring me a Dr. Pepper. Hello? On the other hand, a clone of myself? That sounds awesome. For one, we get along perfectly because we already did. What do you want for dinner? I don't know. What do you want for dinner? I want what you want. That's exactly what I want. Wow, we are so in sync, it's crazy. In addition to that, anything that needs to get done would take half of the time. But also, I can see that backfiring as well. Gotta do dishes. Can you do them and I play video games? No, you do dishes. I want to play video games. Wait. We'll use the power of friendship to... So the question is basically asking, do I want someone who is instantly my friend and have my back at all times? Yeah, I do. 27%? That's crazy. I think it's way higher. Honestly, if anything, I really expected it to go the other way. So that's the first disagreement. We are officially moving towards lone wolf territory. That's my wolf sound. Would you rather be the smartest but everybody hates you, or be the stupidest but everybody loves you? Being stupid is a blessing, and being smart is a curse. Smart people have the ability to see how broken the world is, but if you're like me, you'll be happy. You're stupid. Everything's great. And fine. When have you seen a happy smart person ever? Look at college professors. Are they happy? No. This question is essentially asking, do you want to be sad, hated, or happy in love? I want to be happy, so. And there it is. I'm agreeable. It's me, agreeable. Agreeable Andy. That's what they call me. They don't. I'm sorry. Would you rather be stranded on a deserted island alone, or be stranded on a deserted island with someone you hate? I'd rather be stranded on an island with somebody I hate, because if I need to survive... You know, I was really expecting to be more alone on that one. Would you rather have a head the size of a tennis ball, or have excel in MMA or boxing. I'm a small target. Nobody can hit me. I beat champion. And the champion is Andy! I'm going with small head. 83%? That's right for your dice. Would you rather have all your dreams granted, have a 10% chance of being this debt, or be forever cursed with very mild? No, I can already win. So now I have to forever be cursed with them? Imagine every time you walked upstairs you drink a little, or whenever you're filling a cup you spill a little bit, and it's death by 1,000. I simply do not have the willpower to go up, but I do have the willpower to put it all on the line. Roll those numbers, baby! Wait, I changed my mind! It also seems everybody else is. My head looked at my score after all I was saying. I thought, do I really have an original thought? Am I agreeable? I'm just a people pleaser. But then I thought agreeing with others doesn't mean that I like originality. It means that I have a connection, shared understanding. It's okay to align with others as long as your connections reflect your authentic self. Thanks for watching. This video is 2025, so jam-packed this year. Stick around for another video. I'm gonna do another Would You Rather video, but I'm gonna take your questions. You can send me those questions on the community page. Remember to subscribe. Now I will become fourth-dimensional. What would it be like if mine were 10,000 times better than it is now? One, and all you need to say in flight is take some Jello for the rest of us. All you can eat, snooze you lose. Two, the seats would be upgraded so that you can actually lean back in your chair. Yeah, baby. Three, the plane would pick you up and go out instead of needing to go to the airport. I know, right? How do we get on? The instructions here say a running start. But that's not what planes are like, are they? Well, I fixed it. Yeah, that's right. Here's what you get one very smart. Step one, I made a list of things wrong with air travel. Step two, I got really hard to say smart brain. Step three, I fixed all of the problems with my own design. And I actually got a my solution. It's gonna blow your socks off. Don't look. Later. Firstly, TSA. When I think of a TSA, I think of that time that they thought I brought a bomb to the airport. We'll cover that story in a little bit. Something I've noticed about every airport that I've been through is that the TSA is never fully operational. The TSA is like, go, 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 go. I'm on the same page. I don't need people behind me. You don't have to be all go, 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 go. If you just open a couple more lanes, then people can rush it. And with less rush, you make less mistakes. And that guy didn't get up to shoot. Get up! I mean, if you need more people, I can be a coach. How hard can it be, huh? What did you do? I don't know. I have a lot of trouble doing the whole song and dance theory because it's never consistent. In one airport, do one thing, but in another airport, you just don't have to do that thing. Okay, people, come on, shoes off, hats off, electronics out, you backflip. Different place, different rules. I just don't like the attitude. Don't roll your eyes at me because I keep my hat on when another TSA agent told me I don't have to like 3 days ago. I get confused easily. I have trouble following the instructions. No, sir, you're the magnet. You need to have such an attitude. Are allowed to, not allowed to bring also attention. I know the majority of the not pushing like bring explosives. Not something I normally want to bring anyway, but yeah, I did. There was, however, one time that I brought it up. Kelly was in France for an exam. I was gonna go visit her for like a week. I wanted to bring her a gift. What about a nice, comforting scent from home when she gets homesick? A candle. I go through TSA, doing my normal spiel of embarrassing myself while doing something wrong. But after I get through, excuse me, sir, come step aside. One of the agents it's my bad. Puts it on this table. Clearly, he's about to go through my stuff. Anything but the love. Where's he going for? I didn't put any snacks in it. Like a biohack? Should have. The flight's gonna be long. Sir, are there any sharp objects, weapons, or explosives in your bag? No. Any lighters, matches, or flammable items? No. Sir, I didn't bring better if people had to pass a test before getting on the plane? He's gonna go first. Hey, you can't talk to me like that. Please complete your task before proceeding. What I thought of a solution that makes boarding painless and instant. That's two solutions right there. Seating, of course, is the next issue of flight. We've got the aisle seat, the middle seat, and the window seat. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're gonna do a tier list of plane seats. Aisle, A tier, window, B tier, F tier. Okay, thanks for coming with tier list. I'm starting to get with that. This is a lot worse compared to the others. No one expects the armrest. With the window, the aisle, the middle is the focused armrest. That's fair. Also, planes used to be ample legs for more arm space, but I will say, they get rid of the wide path and use the back headrest is now the features first scroll. For this one, I think there's kind of an odd solution. And I think the next step on things to be solved is fear. How can you do that, Andy? How can you claim such a thing? It's all about the trigger. I think, look, get it together. It's just trigger. But honestly, it's pretty reasonable to be fearful of hurt. A lot of things have to go right for us to stay on. It's hard. The best thing I can do is browse brain rot content on TikTok. Puts me in a weird transitive state. It's not the perfect solution, but it gets the job done. I believe there are much better ways here all together for those of us who have a tough time with it. Adding it to the pile of solutions we have, we are almost at a perfect flight experience. We are nearly there. It's not really the worst thing in the world, and I don't want to be such a negative Nelly. When I choose sun chips as a snack on a flight and then open it up, sometimes there's only like 3 chips. It's just not that many chips. And like if you're watching a cheeseburger, the sun chip back is like 7 chips. Okay, moving on. Now that we know the problem, it's time for the solution that's 10,000 times better. There's nothing. It's conceptual. We got a lot. First, security. Getting to the good part. Should we just add more lanes to make things go faster? No, that's too simple. Instead, we need security altogether. When you walk into the airport, you are immediately scanned with a powerful, possibly military-grade X-ray machine to detect any possible contraband or illicit substance that's dangerous. Now there's no way to do it. Just walk in and you're good. Think about it. I'm amazed by my own genius. Gordon, you're wondering, there's only one person allowed to can't squeeze people past each other. It's too narrow. We have little space. See, the problem is that the plane only has one door and one lane. This forces us to have narrow seats, much like the narrow aisle. So we need to open our minds and open the plane from the side. If the plane's open from the side, then everybody can just board at once. I also updated the seating size. You take the cross section of the front of the plane, it will look like this. But Andy, what does this do to the middle, window, and aisle seat conflict? It just eliminates it. If we just put a big old right here, everybody that has a window seat, everybody has an aisle seat, and the middle seat just doesn't exist. It's perfect. Does this fit the same amount of people as a normal plane? I don't know. I didn't check. I'm a visionary, not a scientist. What fear? All minds would say. Impossible to solve. You forget that. Here we have a simple cryogen, or a simple upcharge. The task is to upgrade the use from economy to cryogen. There will be flash codes and an eventual success rate in store. Play until you're unfrozen, unfrozen. Can't be afraid if you're not conscious. And one last thing. Pneumatic tube that can deliver beverages and snacks on the deck of this plane. You're welcome! We have changed your travel for the better. Thanks for watching. Probably like this 2 hours video. If you like this video, if there's any sharks from the Shark Tank, then my number is on the screen now.
These chips are what big plates are. So salty. And chocolate chips. So not good. So
Slime, ASMR videos, and other things that I'll go through. Give me that now.
Is it still there? You still got it on. It's still there a little bit. Did I get it? No, there's still some. Yeah. All good? Yep.
Perfect. Pet peeves. The things that, no matter how mundane, peeve you off. They just peeve you. I consider myself a go with the flow things, there's just a couple things that really peeve me off. I don't know if anybody else is with me on this because it seems to be a very popular thing, but one of the top things that gets my goat, slime. When I was younger, I got a gift, and because I am a boy, it's slime. You get boys, gross bugs. Make a bug from the thing. I fell into that category, so I was gifted slime. And I played with it for like, I don't know, a little bit. And not even after a minute or two of playing with it, my hands were filled with like this weird texture. It was like an oily texture. Whatever else I was touching was also getting oily. And then the slime itself was attracting all kinds of hair and dust. It was disgusting. And it was like 2 minutes.
I don't want to play anymore.
And now I can't stand slime. When I see people make those satisfying slime videos, it just throws me into a deep and terrible rage. Anytime I see it, I just think of like sticky hair and oily texture. I don't know what's going on in my brain that makes me mad, but when I see it, it makes me mad. I get angry. I don't like slime. I'm more of a moon sand kind of guy anyway. Is it not just the better of the two? Would you rather play with soft, silky, beach-like sand or icky, oily, gross, sticky, booger, snot toy? Something wrong with your kid. Anyway, moving on. I'm glad that we can all agree that I'm right. Next up is ASMR. I get it. There's some people that listen to it and they love it. The sound goes into the brain and it gives it a little tickle and it makes it feel good. I get that. But for some reason, it feels the opposite for me. Ow! Ow! Stop it! I think it's like a personal space. ASMR makes it feel like somebody's right up in my bubble. And I don't like that. I like my personal space. I like me a good amount of air between me and people. Don't touch me. If I'm on a plane and your legs are touching my legs, I won't say anything because I'm pretty non-confrontational, but I'll be upset about it. Next up on the list, I think everybody can agree on. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Ew, why'd you do that? NordVPN is a virtual private network that keeps you safe online. Pretend for a moment that this fist is the internet. You're pretty good there. But with NordVPN, you can protect yourself from malicious ads, nasty malware, and that ominous floating fist from earlier. Not to mention all those pesky trackers trying to collect your precious data. You can also install NordVPN on your phone, your tablet, Bob's phone, Bob, anywhere that you need additional protection. Use promo code Ice Cream Sandwich to get NordVPN's 2-year plan plus 4 additional months for free. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thanks NordVPN for sponsoring this video. There's another thing that peeves me off that I'm tired of being quiet about, and something needs to be said. One moment. Look at these two burgers. Observe how easy it is to eat this regular-sized normal burger. See? Relatively easy. Now try this. It's messy. It's bigger than your mouth. And it falls apart easily. Isn't that the worst? It's okay. I've been there. I don't like food that I physically have to crush with my hands to be able to eat it. I think there should be a law that prohibits burgers from being bigger than the average human mouth size, which is about 2.2 inches, which is around the width of 3 human fingers. Take your fingers out of your mouth.
Worship them with Sheba Selections fillets.
For the love of food, Ziploc.
Would you be excited to eat a hot dog that required you to unhinge your mouth to eat? I don't think so. I think the rule of thumb is if your burger needs a stick to stay together, maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board. People who say short instead of average height, like people are tall or short, and somehow there's no room for average. What, you're always hot or cold and there's no warm, fast or slow, full or hungry, day or night? Is your world so rigid that you are bound by the rule of black and white? Will you give no time for the brilliance of the sunset to dance on the stage of the horizon? I'm 5'9" and that's short to you? It's average. Imagine what house you could build with hundreds of millions of dollars. Beautiful marble, gorgeous statues, water features. With that much money, you should be able to make something really amazing with a lot of good taste. Well, I found a place that's somehow the opposite. I was on Zillow trying to find the most expensive place to live in New York. No, I am not procrastinating. It's important. Research. Anyway, I found this one. Look at how unfinished it looks. It looks bad. Can you guess how much this mansion $125 million. Isn't that insane? You know, like wood at Home Depot that's like not finished or part of any complete project? That's what this place looks like. It's like a table where you got all the parts but never finished them. I'm not mad that the house looks bad. I'm mad that the house looks this bad with so much money behind it. How can you be so rich and make such a bad interior? It's offensive. Put this into perspective. Rich people can buy crazy things like F1 fighter jets and racetracks and probably a scrying orb. But then they go and get this. It just doesn't add up, and it makes me pretty mad. Like, if you're gonna have a bad house, it should at least be cheap. It's like spending millions of dollars on a party on the moon, and then you bring out the dessert and it's yogurt. Just plain yogurt. Why ruin the $1 million party with yogurt? I can only assume whoever owns this house just wanted to feel something. They've experienced so much opulence and extravagance that this disgusting vile interior is the only thing that's made them feel anything in years. Next up, the Kraft mac and cheese boxes. Bring in Exhibit A. As you can see here, there is a nice perforated edge designed for the user to easily access the mac and cheese dust within. Perfect. It will make opening it so much easier, except it doesn't. And every time I want a bowl of mac, I end up just crushing the box, and I feel stupid.
Hey, here I go.
Perfect! It's so incredibly pointless. I'm having a hard time believing it's a real machine making these perforated edges. Probably just a guy at the end of the production line making indents in the boxes with his fingernails because he thinks it's like helpful or something. Well, it isn't. Even if it was, there's an entire bag of cheese dust in there that needs to be extracted. It's not gonna fit through that tiny hole. Just copy cereal boxes. They figured it out and you could do the same thing. Probably. No. There's this thing that gets my goat so bad when I'm on a walk with Rhea and we're having a great time. I'm taking in the nature. She's sniffing around. We come across a lawn that she's already been walking in with a tiny little, usually green sign that says, "This lawn has been chemically treated. Keep children and pets off until dry." Why is that sign so small? Tiny. Clearly, the chemical that is treating the lawn is harmful to pets and children. Otherwise, why would there be a sign? So, when something is harmful, why is the sign so tiny? This little contradiction, it never... Like, why is it also green, which blends into the grass? The issue arises when I don't notice it until Rhea's already been in the lawn sniffing around. Clearly, the solution is to have several signs, have a little skull and crossbones on it, and then, like, string together some pink string between each sign surrounded the treating area. Imagine you had to store some nuclear waste from a nuclear power plant. Alright, we need to keep this away from the public. It's harmful nuclear waste, so what should we do? I have just the plan. It's perfect. If I were to give you a vial of poison and say drink it, would you? Probably not. But then, if I said, oh, don't worry, it's only enough to kill small children and pets, would you feel safe drinking it then? Probably not. I just hate those signs. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. If you don't subscribe, it'll make me mad. You won't like it when I'm mad.
Feel the confidence to get closer. Dial Men Body Wash deeply cleans your skin and easily rinses away, leaving you smell.
If you're anything like me, you don't like sports. I go get the ball. You just threw it, you go get it. I feel like if I was better at sports, I'd like them more, but I am not good at sports. If you're to look at my history with sports, you will see that my performance, it is bad. Yo, catch! I don't really like watching sports either, but I do understand there's a little crossover with what constitutes as a good time. Snacks, hanging with the boys, balls. I can see the appeal, it's just not my thing. For me, personally, I do other stuff for fun. Ice. yourself, and KBHD. Writing your script, shooting your video, growing your channel is really good. Maybe I should do it. Skillshare is specifically made for work. There is no ad, which is great. And the new premium class is always the ad, which is also great. Skillshare costs less than $10 a month for an annual subscription, but if you'd like to try it for free, then there's a free subscription that will give you a free trial of the premium membership for the first 1,000 people that click on it. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. Okay, so the first sport I ever went out for was basketball. My parents signed me up to the local YMCA, and every practice session was everybody just throwing basketballs at the hoop for like an hour, and I was really not good at it. In fact, the entire time I played basketball, I never made a single shot, except for one time. We were playing some game against a much better team who continuously scored on it. I hardly ever got the ball because everybody knew that I could not handle it. But in this game, I was in a really advantageous position, and someone tossed the ball to me. There was my shot, wide open. And I made it! I was so happy for my first score. And then we lost the game. I have made no significant difference on the outcome. And then I got a medal. I do not know how that works out, but it was fun. I got so much dopamine in that moment that it seared a memory into my brain. I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but I'll always remember that moment. I don't know how I feel about these medals for losing. I don't know if it's really good for mental development, but it does feel good. After a certain amount of time, I stopped playing basketball and started playing baseball instead. At this point, I was a little older, and I had marginally improved on my hand-eye coordination. So I could take baseball a little bit more seriously. And this time, I was on a team with my friend, which was awesome. It made playing the game way more fun. There was a snack bar at the place to play games at, so we could always go and get big league shoes. This is not interesting at all, but the nostalgia I get while looking at the product is big league shoes is so good. I can get a pack of 5 for $8. There's a bucket? But yeah, baseball, I was also very bad at this game. I might have been older. I might have had better hand-eye coordination, but I was still bad at throwing, pitching, hitting. You could just generalize it and say that I was bad at the whole game. And you'd be right. I remember playing this one game where the ball landed right next to me. All I needed to do was pick up the ball and pick it up. But while I was trying to pick it up, I wasn't looking at my hands. I was looking at the runner, rounding the base, and I kept missing while I was picking it up. So I was just looking at the dude, taking all the bases, while I was crouching over looking like a dumb idiot. And then I looked down and saw that I was missing it. I picked it up and tossed it. But the runner got a home run by the time I threw it. Guess who was mad at me for that one? The whole team. If that
You want to know my favorite trick? Just pour it, mix it, and hack it. Cafe Quality Iced Espresso, just the way you like it. New Nescafe Espresso Concentrate.
sound that bad, trust me when I say it looked way worse if you watched it play out. Tough inning. I'm gonna go get some more favorite chew. I'm out of the old chew. I was bad, and everybody knew it, including me. They even yelled at me not to throw the ball when I got it. It usually meant someone was going to get another base, if not an entire home run, because I would just miss all of the time. Except for there was one time where I shut everybody out. We were playing a game and we needed one more out to win. I was shortstop at the time, which is right here, and the ball was hit right to me. I picked it up and everybody was telling me, don't throw it. We'll get him out on the next hit. But I didn't listen. Instinct seeped into my brain. I was all in. I got the out. The whole team was shocked. That throw won the game. I mean, it wasn't a really impressive throw, but when you take the worst player of the game, it's a little bit. Everybody was freaking out, and everybody did that thing where they came up to me and they hit me in the head because they were like, "Good job." I don't get that in sports where they hit you and thank you. It is a form of endearment, so I felt very congratulated. And that was the coolest playing baseball that I've ever played, and I'll always remember it because all my other memories of playing baseball were really embarrassing. So I guess I get why people like sports. It's exciting when things go good. It's just that things don't go good for me a lot when it comes to that. This is kind of irrelevant, but I was thinking about when I was playing baseball, and I remember this time that there was this kid that we were playing against who was pitching, and he had been hitting every person that went up to bat. And then I went up to bat, and I could see that he was really upset. And then he threw the ball and he hit me. And I was like, hey, I don't have to walk. He can pitch again. I didn't think that hurt at all. And then the ref was like, nope, you have to go. I was like, okay. And I walked to first base. I saw them crying. It just felt really bad. 'Cause I know what it's like to suck. I hope that kid's doing okay today. If by some random chance of luck that you're out there watching this right now, just know that you're not alone. It's okay to suck. I suck every day. And then, after a certain amount of time, baseball was done. And then I moved on to track and field, which was really fun because it's easy. You have to do one thing. Run. I like track and field because I considered myself at the time to be pretty quick. I definitely wasn't the fastest, but I still prided myself on my ability to run. There's no missing the ball on the ground or throwing a ball at a hoop. It's just run. And that I could do. Nothing really interesting happened when I played track and field, just because it is very simple. Look at him run. Yeah, that one's fast. But it was one of the sports I did. There was one day that I became really dehydrated, that all I could see was white. That's less about the sport, more about me being dehydrated. I'm surprised I'm alive these days. And then I tried cross-country skiing. That one was the worst, because despite everybody's best efforts, I couldn't do it. Every practice after school, we would go out to ski, everybody would be shimmying around, and then there would be me, shuffling in place for hours. Yes, thank you. I don't know what wasn't clicking, but I couldn't do it. After about a month, I ended up quitting. Breaking up with your girlfriend? I understand why people like it, but I draw a cartoon, not to play sport. Artists don't want to move. They just want to sit and draw. So that's on playing sports, but watching them, you don't have to be good. You can just watch it, right? Not for me. Oh my God, the amount of things that people have to remember. I'm amazed at people's ability to just know who's who, the rules, how well they've been performing. How do you keep up with all of that information? Oh, Billy Bobby Jimmy Johnny got 3 kickies into the goal just last round. He's been doing pretty good this season.
What?
Who's this guy? And then they changed teams. They were just like swapping them around. That's so much data. I forgot what I ate for breakfast. Or if I even ate breakfast. Oh, it's just way too much. I don't really watch sports or go out to games. I do like going to the stadium sometimes because the food is yummy. You can just sit in the sun and enjoy a hot dog. It's like a comfortable thing. Being there to watch the game, take me out of the ball game, more like take me home and stop at Five Guys on the way. I'm hungry. So in the end, sports are good, just not for me. Thank you for watching.
Until now, because stuffed pretzel crust is even greater! Oh yeah!
Look at me, look at my eyes. Do I look like somebody who likes to work? Or do I look like somebody who likes to eat pizza like a cookie? Personally, I think it's kind of weird how much we're expected to work in high school. Like, you have to go and serve people McDoubles for 4 hours and then go home and suffer X. That's a lot of work. Does anybody else think that's crazy? Or am I crazy? I am crazy. I really did not want to get a job when I was growing up. I don't like to work. I just like the money. But if you want to go to the movie theater with your buddies, you gotta have the cash. One ticket, your total is $20. For my first job, I wanted to avoid the food service because I feared people will be a little bit more abrasive when it comes to their meals. You'll find rude customers anywhere, but I just feel like when food's involved, things get a little hairy. I don't want people yelling at me about onions. I don't care about onions. I ended up working somewhere that's not food, which I will show you through example. That's right, my very first job was here at the UPS store. It was not really that great, just a regular job. Don't worry about that. When I turned the age of 16, my dad helped me network with the local UPS store and get me a job. Which, thank you, Dad, for helping me do that, because at that age, I was not the proper candidate for being an employee. While working there, I met a lot of really nice people and a lot of really cool people. But when you work in retail, it's impossible to not meet some, how would I say this in a nice way? Outliers. So one time, this woman and her daughter came into the store and they said they needed to ship something. When you ship something out of the UPS store, you gotta ask a bunch of questions like, where is it going? Is it going internationally? Do I need to be worried about what's in this box? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm going through these questions and entering information into the computer as I did with any customer. But apparently, that was a wrong thing to do. Because she unfolded her cane, which apparently just turned into a chair, sit down and says, this is gonna take a while. Excuse me? Why would you say that? You could say a million things to me. Why not compliment me? Why not say, wow, Andy, your eyes look beautiful today? She was shipping internationally, which means I had to do extra steps to make sure it gets there. So after a minute or so, she turns to me and says, you guys should really have the computers on our side of the desk so we can do it faster than you. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know all the rules and regulations for shipping overseas? Do you know how this computer works? No. The worst part about rude customers is that you can't say anything despite if they're wrong or not. The customer is not always right, and the person who coined that famous phrase was very wrong, and probably it was also a customer. I think if you're mean to retail workers, they get to yell back at you. Or at the very least, you get to tell them that they're mean and make them leave. You're mean! I've only ever encountered these kinds of people at work, and I've never seen them in the wild. But if I did, and I didn't have to keep my mouth shut because it didn't work there, then I'd go right up to them and say, you're mean! Anyway. Then there was this other time when this guy tried to ship drugs. That day was particularly slow. Nobody was coming in, and it was just me and my coworker, Tony. Tony and I got along really well, because neither of us like to work. I want to go home. Me too. At one point, a guy comes in to buy just a single box. Simple, easy, he's in and out in a jiffy. But 5 minutes later, he comes back in, same box, but now something's packed up inside it. I saw the box and how he packed it, and he did the thing where he kind of fold the flaps on top of each other, which is a problem because then it just falls out if it's not taped. Can I get a description of what's in this box? It's private. I mean, we just need a general description, like, is it food, perishable? It's microchips. Okay. Microchips. Now, because the box wasn't properly taped, Tony came over and was gonna tape it up for me while I was helping him on the computer. But the guy stops Tony. I just need to retape the box really quick so it doesn't come out during shipment. The tape's free if that's what you're worried about. Okay. He timidly allows us to do that, which I don't really know what his end game was because we opened the box and there was weed. Sir, we can't ship this. I'm no expert on illegal trade of illicit goods.
You're watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish. But did you know that there's a YouTube Music app where you can also listen to the EDM version?
On illegal trade of illicit goods, but I know a thing or two about shipping, and I know that drugs, you can't do that one. That's on the no-go zone. We opened the box because we needed to redo the flaps so we could tape it properly, so if he just came in with the box taped, we wouldn't have known what he was shipping. There's no x-ray machine at the UPS store to see what's inside the box. The only missing component here was tape. More than anything, the situation just was awkward. Okay, that's, sorry. I want to go home. Me too. Here's some advice. If you want to ship drugs, don't. Then there's this other time where this guy tried to overnight a misshapen magazine. This time I was working alone. It was a night shift. It's dark out. And this guy comes in holding a magazine. Hello, sir. I can help you at this register. Oh, he's just getting an envelope. Probably to ship that magazine. Is he packing it up back there? Is he trying to hide something from me? Weird. I want to go home. I like to ship this next day air, please. When you ship like a piece of paper next day air, UPS has this special envelope that makes it cheaper. And I saw that he's trying to do that. So I talked to him about it. Oh, actually, we have these special envelopes that cut you a deal, so it's cheaper to ship next day air. At first, he was hesitant about that, which is definitely a red flag, because it was like $100 cheaper to ship through the special envelope. And why wouldn't you do that? You could spend $100 on buying, like, I don't know, Five Guys. That's a lot of Five Guys.
Five Guys good.
But still, nobody would pass that up. So it was weird that he hesitated. I eventually talked him into it because I think he was like catching on that I was catching on that he was being suspicious. So I started typing in the information for him, and he started to move the magazine from the envelope he picked up already to the other envelope that I offered him. And while he was doing this, I saw that it had a big weird lump in it. So that's another red flag. 2 for 2, baby. Why was the magazine bulgy? Is he shipping drugs? Oh my god, this is like $1,000. Who is he sending this to? What if it's the mob? I don't have my fingerprints on it. And I sent it off. I don't want to get involved with the mob, or whoever that was. I was 16, alone in this store at night, and not paid enough for it to be my problem. I guess now that I'm on the topic of illicit substance distribution, there was this other guy. He would always come into the store and be like, hey, I shipped a box to your store. It's big. And we'd be like, oh, is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. Of all the other customers, this guy was very easy to deal with and really charming. But one day, a couple of other customers came in and they're like, hello, we're the police. They asked to see the manager and they talked to him. And then a couple of days later, that guy picked up a box and then was arrested in the parking lot. Turns out he was importing a lot of opium. I think it was around this time that I realized I miscalculated when I passed up all those food service jobs. And then again, is any retail job good enough? I don't know. I bet I would have had a better time at Five Guys. Stop eating the french fries. Anyway, hindsight's 2020. I'll show you what happened. One dude asked me if the narwhal bacon's at midnight, which was very cringe, and trust me, I know cringe. A bunch of cheerleaders burst into the store, cheered, ran in a circle, and then left. We suspected they were just trying to cause a commotion while their friends would steal things, but then realized there was nothing interesting to steal at a UPS store, and then went away. There was a guy that would often come in and try to ship bath salts, which... again, I'm not paid enough for that. A man wanted me to send faxes, and then when I told him the number wasn't working, he shook the paper in my face and yelled, fax! It's not working. Fax! Another dude wanted me to help him with his email because the government was hacking his email. There's a guy that would come in a lot and tell us about word affirmation, but thought that it was literally magic and not just a self-motivator, and told us that the sounds in our voices affected atoms and quarks on the quantum level and would make things a reality. For example, like if you just said, I have a juicy booty, I have a juicy booty, I have a juicy booty, then it would be true. There was always the classic handful of people that would knock on the door after we were closed and ask if we were open. Are you guys open? And that's all that I can think about. If you subscribe, I will throw this box, help me, into a volcano. Thank you, Villa, for helping me animate this video. And that's everything. I'm gonna play myself out.
Frisbee's World, where every bag unlocks an epic taste adventure.
Where real ingredients meet all nutrition.
Where cats can have the best of both worlds.
And the best in the bowl.
Friskies, always the best in the bowl.
Always more to explore.
Can you forgive?
Save your groceries. For the love of food. Ziploc.
Everywhere you look online right now, we're seeing variations of the same video.
Ordering every single fast food burger.
Every single fast food burger. Every single burger. Every major fast food burger.
Everybody trying every burger from every restaurant. But seriously, what's the time for all that? We here at Theorist are all about efficiency, a smarter approach to things. If I'm gonna be having myself a burger from every restaurant across America, then I'm gonna be doing it in one big bite. That's why today we've concocted a new, unholy creation that the internet has never seen before. A single burger formed from mixing together all the elements of all the most popular joints across America. A Frankenstein's monster of a creation. A Frankenburger, to use my friend Sophia Nygaard's terminology. It is the distillation of the perfectly average burger. But what's it gonna taste like? And what secrets will we learn along the way in creating this puppy? Hope you're hungry, friends, because we've got a beef with beef.
This is, see, getting me. This damn... Why? Why you're like this?
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that's not here to make you cry. Whether you're a casual cook or a celebrity master chef, one common kitchen conundrum that we all know about is how cutting onions makes you cry. You have everything else ready, you grab your onion, you make a slice, and suddenly you're tearing up faster than your latest watch-through of Inside Out. I'll never forget you, Bing Bong. And clearly, people are sick of it. Into the chemical category. The reaction happens in the trigeminal nerve, which you might remember from our brain freeze episode. Basically, this is a massive 3-branch nerve in your head that works with your eyes, your nose, and your jaw all at the same time. The sensory endings of the trigeminal nerve can detect chemicals entering the eye, at which point the body will try to prevent injury by instantly generating tears as a natural eye wash, getting the chemicals out of our eyes and clean from irritation. So that's our body's response, but what exactly is in the onion that's causing all this irritation? To answer that, we have to go to the roots of our root vegetable here. You see, onions are grown underground, where they lay victim to any number of animals who want themselves an afternoon snack. So, to prevent getting munched on, onions have evolved to have a natural defense system. The cell walls of an onion are filled with pockets of an enzyme called alliinase. When that cell wall breaks down, like say when an animal takes a bite or a human makes a cut, these pockets rupture, causing all that alliinase to react with the onion's amino acids to create sulfenic acid. And the chain reactions don't stop there. The sulfenic acid then reacts with another enzyme to create a volatile chemical known as propanethyl S-oxide, a gas that irritates the eyes and activates the tear ducts. Basically, the onion is equipped with natural tear gas, and you set off that bomb by cutting into it. Knowing this, a proper solution to preventing us from crying needs to either protect our eye glands from getting hit with that tear gas, absorb the gas before it hits our eyes, distract the trigeminal nerve away from protecting our eyes, or somehow preventing the gas from getting made in the first place when the cell walls get ruptured. This then segues nicely into our hacks. Today we're gonna try 7 of the most popular hacks that we found online, ranging from the scientific goggles to the insane. So let's just cut to the chase and cut some onions.
Good news, we got time with the CEO. It's in 40 minutes at the office.
Co-pilot, based on this rollout plan, what questions should we expect?
Let's just cut to the chase and cut some onions. All right, Mr. Food Theory Expert, tell me what you got.
All right, so right now what we're gonna do is cut our onions on top of a damp paper towel because it's supposed to kind of catch and absorb some of the sulfuric acid that's gonna be coming out, sulfuric acid, some of the sulfur that's gonna be coming out.
I was gonna say, I feel like if it's sulfuric acid, that is a very different food that we'd be consuming.
Just a bit, but it will catch some of that and stop it from going into our eyes to cause that reaction.
Do all onions make you cry?
No, there are some variations of sweet onion that don't make you cry. They're much sweeter and don't have as much of that sulfur. So, we're gonna cut the root, not something that you should do if you don't wanna cry, but for our purposes, makes it more fun. So now we're gonna take out all of this.
So I gotta admit, I was never much of a crier until I got eye surgery. And now I have a little air hole in my eye to help the contact breathe that's permanently implanted in my eye.
Oh God.
Yeah, and now I feel it much more acutely than I used to.
If I ever take off my glasses, it's so much worse.
Oh wow, you're really there.
Yeah, no, immediately. No, I'm fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
I'm not getting it. Here, let me put my eyes down here. Cry, damn it.
You were just dead inside.
Thanks for noticing. It stings. Okay, there we go. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Oh,
once you break the seal, that's it. It's over.
So now, get down here.
I mean, the more you slice and the more of those cell walls you break, the more you should cry.
I feel some like onion juice splashing on my face. I feel like I'm not a good person to judge this. It didn't seem to help you.
No, it did not help me. What is wrong with you, Matthew, Danica, Patrick? Jesus.
I think we can all agree based on Santi's reaction, this one was not a success. The method behind why this should work is that instead of the irritating gas getting into contact with the moisture of our eyes, it gets in contact with the moisture of the towel. The chemical then dissolves into the towel and our eyes are kept safe. Except there's one key problem with that concept. Gases tend to float up. It's not like the moisture from the towel is pulling the gas down towards it. This isn't some sort of gas magnet or vacuum. It simply goes up into the air, which is exactly where our eyes are. We'd do better cutting the onion above our heads while we duck under the counter, but that one seems a bit unsafe there. What you really need is something to catch the fumes as they're coming up to your face, which leads us to round number 2. Round number 2, bread. Yeah, that was legit. I felt really baller doing that. That was really cool.
The idea with the bread is that you put it in your mouth and it kind of absorbs the gases that come up from the onion into your eye. Kind of as a field.
I thought you meant like shove my mouth full of bread and...
No.
I was very confused. The way you explained about shoving bread in my mouth, I immediately thought,
oh no. This shouldn't have worked, but
No?
No, like nothing in my scientific brain said, yeah, this will help as like a windshield, but
Well, it's kind of like a face shield.
I mean, yeah.
I'm actually really impressed.
Yeah.
You are decidedly a less soggy mess than you were in round one. I'm telling you, at some point during this episode, I will cry.
Alright, I'm determined to make you cry this episode. Next round.
Sorry, I still got bread in my mouth. Oh, that's better. Now, I genuinely thought there was no way that this one was gonna work, but it absolutely did. The rationale behind it is that the saliva produced by the bread would draw in the vapors from the onion, redirecting it all into your mouth. But that just seems wrong to me. I think the real reason it worked was because we had a big old floppy bread slice shielding our eyes. Regardless, against all the odds, this one surprisingly worked. It also worked to make us a lot less hungry. By the time we were done cutting, we had definitely devoured at least a half a loaf between us. Nothing like putting bread in your mouth to spoil your appetite. Overall, not the most practical of options, but it was effective. Round 3 meant that it was time to up the ante. Swim goggles. If blocking the gases worked with bread, then certainly swim goggles should be able to do the trick as well. And honestly, we needed this one to work. Look at Santi over there. Man, looks like he took a one-way trip on the struggle bus.
So, I mean, this was pretty self-explanatory. You put the goggles on, the gases can't go into your eyes, and you don't cry. And since I've been the crybaby, I get to use the only pair of goggles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're just gonna like drown yourself in your own goggles.
There we go.
I feel it. Okay, here he goes. He's equipping.
I mean, I can't see anything, so I'll, it's fine.
Oh, great.
It like pulls my eyes. Do I look ridiculous?
It does look like your eyes. You're like in a Clockwork Orange where they expand your eyes.
See, this is making my nose run.
Lilo and Stitch is a global phenomenon.
Stitch.
And it's the #1 movie 3 weeks.
Wait, I was actually gonna ask this because we had this experience when we were doing the hot food episode, the spicy wing challenge. Should we be doing something to block our noses? Like, is this one of those times where actually wearing nose plugs might be the secret weapon again?
I mean, it does irritate your nose, but the reaction's happening in your eyes.
Yeah.
And it's happening. Let me tell you what. No, it's weird.
It didn't help at all.
No, it's like as soon as I smelled it, the reaction started happening.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's really, what it seems to be is that the sulfur fumes are getting up in your nostril area, and that's triggering this reaction, right?
I mean, unless this isn't
this. Like, he's a hot mess.
See?
This guy. He's a hot mess.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? Oh, yeah, you're looking rough.
Yeah,
right?
no, my eyes are all immediately starting to water. Also, I think these don't form a perfect seal. So either, it's almost worse because some does get in.
And it's trapped
And it's
in there
just
now.
trapped in there.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
in the worst possible way.
That's definitely, that's really bad. It stings so much more.
This is by far your worst round.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Man, I'm lucky that I don't have to experience this. Maybe the solution to all of this is just thinking happy thoughts the entire time.
Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Okay.
Happy thoughts. Puppies.
Love puppies.
Beautiful sunsets.
Yes.
Walks on a beach.
Ryan Reynolds.
Keep thinking about Ryan Reynolds while I do this. Think about him. Think about how strong and masculine he is. Similar to me. 69 inches! Ha! Look, 69, right? I'm not even making this up for the memes. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, where today's episode is gonna